just before I give you that answer, Sreeja, just an understanding, how many of you are founders? First generational founders? Nice, huh? Nice distribution in the room. Policy makers, government, enterprises, banks. I'll just quickly give them a sense of what I do. Accidental entrepreneur. Entrepreneur who was bred in the ecosystem because he ran one of the major B2B businesses in the country in that particular space. Failed entrepreneur at your disposal. I basically run a company which has a motto called failure as a service. It invests on companies. For the last 2.5 years, we've done about 62 checks in India. We now have a Doha fund, Doha-based fund, which has India as a focus. It has a $53 million subscription and a $300 million green shoe. We focus on ESG and we focus on D2C, deep tech, SaaS and health tech. The red flags across the country remain all the more the same, Calcutta not being an exception to it. Two of those have already been answered. I asked you about your entrepreneurial sojourn for the simple reason, how many of you have a parachute to your plans? How many of you have a parachute to your plans? So when you take that leap of faith, how many of you really have a parachute support? He had a support system, I'll go back to Germany, if I've got it right. He had the support system of the fact that I've built something reasonable enough. If it just does not click, there's that ecosystem waiting for me. How many of you can actually bank on that? First generational entrepreneurs in the room. It's just one.
One way journey.
Two.
No, sir, sorry. I mean, for me it was one way journey.
It's a one-way journey. It's plan A and then there's no plan B.
It's
just a do or die situation.
It's a do or die situation. Srijay, you're getting your answers in the room. Sometimes resilience is equated to stubbornness, is equated to I'll do it come what may. You need to read through the numbers, the rationale and the philosophy with which they want to go there. A lot of investment bankers or fund managers or VCs or micro VCs would want to tell you there's a lot of ratios that we need to understand, there's a lot of conviction that we need to see in the eyes. There are a couple of things that you actually need to see. One, the need. Are they being able to live the need that they're essentially talking about? Two, the real scale that their solution offers. If there isn't scale, run 180 degrees away from the founder. Three, do they actually understand people? And I tell you people for the sheer reason that very soon in our journeys of being entrepreneurs, and I've been one, built an edtech between 2016 to 19, partially exited it, sold it to Upgrad to a certain degree. Understood it the hard way that if you do not have the core focus of the core set of people that you started it for, and you lose focus for the sake of I've raised cash and my priorities have changed, or now I need to expand and I need to be in markets which are going to have different demands. There was always that one reason that with which you started. So I've often asked this in one of the detailed ICs that we do. If I throw the word entrepreneurship at all of you, the first generational entrepreneurs, what is the first word, phrase, emotion that comes in your mind?
Problem solving.
One. I'll take five.
Taking risk.
Taking risk. Consistency. There are two consistent people sitting in front of you. Scalability. Team members, innovation, and I see this will now start getting repeated in the room. Market fit. Cash flow. Shrija, the answer is all reflective. They're all buying their answers from something. It has to be something more internalized. In my IC, I'm looking forward to in my co-VC panels that we sit at, the VCs that have co-invested with us, a Bloom or a Chirate or a Kalari or a Lightspeed. They essentially look at what's your core brand. What are you essentially looking out for? And if I tell you the 7 words that I've got from them, if you can connect them together and give you one word that actually makes sense, it's people. You are special as a breed because you breed people and people problems. You breed problem solving for people. You build a market fit for the people that you have thought about. You convince a team which you call a set of people because you have had strong enough conviction to take them together, to take to enough number of customers to get a journey from 8 lakh rupees to 55 crores. So you essentially have the scalable ability of being able to build people journeys. None of us, unfortunately in India as Indian founders, talk about our people. The people problem that we are chasing. So that's one of the flags that we really want to kind of make a point to them. See, are you really building a brand? Are you building it for the people that you really started it for? And can you consistently keep building it? Scalability.
16 leads, co-invested or invested. All 16 have been written by Kolkata CAs. So they're not that bad. Okay. It's just a perception gap. 1, 2, there are a total of 93 companies from this part of the country who are VC funded. We are very bad at creating positive noise. That's a thing that we need help from Rising and Shreya and the whole team. In fact, yesterday when Naviraj picked me up, there are a couple of founders that I actually meet who've actually raised capital. There's a list of 12 that I sent them across in 7 minutes. So these are all founders who are doing really ground-defining work. But sometimes it's great not to talk about the money that you have raised. Your money should speak with the impact that you have created. So luckily, and then you'd see it very soon, by the third quarter of this year, a lot of positive J-curve noises coming out from this part of the country. And when I say Calcutta, Calcutta is a gateway to 11 states in India. It's the only city in the country that can say so. And we as founders, we as enablers of the ecosystem, we as existing human species in this particular ecosystem have to take advantage of that. There are very few cities in this country who can say, I have 7 or 11 state capitals who come and report their numbers in this particular city. Use that. Most of these states understand Bengali. Most of these states understand the hyper-localization that you can achieve with your businesses. We are not utilizing it. It is time we start creating positive messages out of the city. That's the only way of change. There's no other way, no policy, no government, no banking ecosystem, and unfortunately, not a lot of city capital will help us change that narrative. It will have to be from the founders, of the founders, by the founders.